celebrity couple is calling it quits. In case you haven't heard by now, Angelina Jolie has filed for divorce from Brad Pitt, citing irreconcilable differences. You know, they separated after just, well, more than 2 years of marriage, even though they'd been together much longer. Now, of course, come the legal issues of custody of the children, the 6 children, and who gets what when this marriage ends. Joining me now is family attorney Kyle Bedrin. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here.
Morning, Jen.
All right, I'll be the first to admit, as soon as we all heard about this in the newsroom, there was some kind of reaction. And as much as we are very newsy and this is more of a celebrity kind of thing, I think there are a lot of people who are certainly interested in this because we've watched this couple now adopt children, have children. They have a total of 6. Going through the initial court proceedings and the documents that were filed, are you surprised there was no prenup? I mean, they've only been married 2 years, and they both make a ton of money.
Absolutely. There was talk about 2 years ago that there was a prenup, specifically that if one of the parties engaged in any extramarital affairs, that there would be some repercussions as far as who gets custody of what children. This document that we've seen filed doesn't allude to any kind of prenup. And so it brings the question, was the prenup actually even signed or did it ever exist?
So what are you able to glean then from this initial kind of petition that Angelina Jolie filed? Of course, her attorney filed on her behalf.
Sure. So the first thing that sticks out, they've got the 6 children. At this point, it's going to be a battle between the 2 of them of who ends up with custody, physical custody. They're both going to have legal custody as far as making decisions, but who's going to end up spending how much time and whether or not one's going to be the residential parent for all or for a split decision between a couple of the children. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Well, it's interesting, too, because as much as it cites irreconcilable differences, it doesn't appear, based on what's checked in some of these boxes, that there's a lot of anger or animosity here, because Angelina Jolie has said that she wants the kids to live with her, which is uncommon for the mother, but she'll allow Brad Pitt to visit the kids as well and have visitation rights also. And it doesn't look like she's asking for any money from him.
Well, that's true. She has not pled for any kind of spousal support. But going back to the children, it's going to go one of 2 ways, and it's fairly obvious. It's either going to be very quick, under wraps. They're going to work things out. They're going to have something set up together. They both have very interesting schedules, and that's going to play a big part of this. Or we're going to see this all dragged out. He said, she said, a lot of name calling, and they're going to go to war over who's going to get what amount of time with the children.
So do you know anything about the attorney that she's hired, Laura Wasser? Does she have a reputation?
I've heard the reputation. She is very high speed. I believe she's now known as the celebrity divorce queen. Her father was a very prominent attorney, divorce attorney at that in California, so it makes sense that she's following in her footsteps. She's done, I believe, at least 3 of the Kardashians' divorces, Britney Spears, Ryan Reynolds. She knows how to deal with these specific issues.
And so will we ever, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who are curious as to what may have happened here, considering the way that they met. He was married to Jennifer Aniston, and then he and Angelina Jolie appeared in a movie, and there was questions about whether or not there was some infidelity that led eventually to their union and their marriage. Is there any reason, is there any requirement at all that we would find out in any court documents as to what exactly happened that would, suggest that she wants this divorce now after only 2 years of marriage?
To many individuals' dismay, no, there's no legal requirement. The irreconcilable grounds is very low. They don't have a whole lot to prove, and it can be kept very secret. It can be handled strictly between the judge and the attorneys and the parties, and it's not something that necessarily has to be filed that will ever see the light. I'm sure we'll hear some rumors. I'm sure something's going to come out that we'll hear about, but there's no legal requirement that says, yeah, we're absolutely going to find out what's going on.
Well, we certainly hope, considering there are 6 children involved and this is very emotional, that, they'll keep in mind the mental, abilities of these these 6 children, because it can always get very nasty and it will obviously be very public.
And they've got a long road ahead of them to co-parent with these 6 children. And ultimately, in any divorce, that's what's really important. They've got to focus on, yes, we have our differences, but what's going to be the best situation for the children, especially with their schedules and the current situation that they're in.
Kyle, thank you for your insight.
Absolutely.
Do appreciate you coming on this morning. We know that many of you will be following certainly all of the developments as this divorce drama continues. For all of the scoop, you can tune into Entertainment Tonight at 7, followed by Inside Edition at 7:30. Also check out news4jax.com, our entertainment section.